ask something from previous lecture first, then I will continue today's lecture. Please unmute your mics and I'm going to start my question. In which century IG cell phones were invented? Who will answer? In which century IG cell phones were invented? Class, I need an answer. Please be quick. I will repeat my question last time. In which century IG cell phones were invented? No one? My next question is, tell me about genetic engineering. Tell me about genetic engineering class. What is cloning?
Yes, ma'am, it's related to genes.
Okay, what is cloning?
Cloning is creating same thing, but different copies of same thing.
Sorry, I can't hear you clearly. What is the role of age in IT? What does that mean? What is the role of age in IT? Role of gender in IT? Explain negative impact of IT in society. Now, class, this is really not acceptable. I will start now the lecture. Today is IT and Society lecture number 2. And what we will learn in this, explain the significance or importance of digital citizenship to society. What is digital citizenship? Who will tell me? What is digital citizenship?
Yes, ma'am, it's a digital ID card.
Yes, good. It is the way how you use your digital access. Okay. Digital citizenship means can be defined as a successful and positive engagement with digital technologies that allows individuals and communities to cultivate values, skill, attitudes, and knowledge. They develop in different ways as part of a process of lifelong learning. For involved in a IT or information technology age, where you can take benefits from that in a positive way. Obviously, it has also a negative impacts, but how you cultivate their values, how you use your skills to enhance that, to enhance yourself, your attitude, your knowledge. This means the meaning of digital citizenship can't be understood without understanding the effective social participation. Now, if you don't socially participate or you don't take an positive effect on yourself, then there will be no meaning of digital citizenship. That will be just you wasting your time on internet or on IT if you don't get something from that. Effective social participation in the digital sphere respects human rights and dignity through the responsible use of technology. A good digital citizen is one who is able to identify the critical need for digital citizenship in a virtually connected world and take steps towards learning and relearning their own role in society as a digital citizen. Now we have discussed all the rules of a good digital citizen, that what should he or she do and what not to do. There were do's and don'ts. You should virtually connect with the IT or the digital world. You should take steps towards learning and more learning, updating yourself, because the data or the information doesn't remain the same. It always gets updated with the passage of time. So, if you know about any software, that software that was built 2 or 3 years ago, and you didn't learn about that software now. No, it's been 2 or 3 years. That software must be updated. There must be new features. There must be some new privacy rules that you should learn. So the information and especially the digital information doesn't remain the same. So you should take steps towards learning and relearning. And according to the Council of Europe's competencies of democratic culture, the Council of Europe, digital citizenship meaning can only be complete once its vital role in preparing young minds for the future has been acknowledged and implemented. Now, what has the Europe's Council have said? that digital citizenship doesn't mean anything if the young minds doesn't adopt any positive thing from that. If the young generation is just sitting and they're using it for just entertainment and just for copy paste, you can say, they are not making the right use, they are using it illegally, or they are harming any other's privacy policies. So that is not the meaning or a goal to achieve for that digital citizenship. If a young generation is exploring himself or herself, he or she is building his mind, he or she is helping others, she is making the privacy, he understand what the privacy means for others and for herself or himself. The goal can only be achieved. Now, why is digital citizenship important? Now that you know the meaning, now you should know that why it is important. Number one point is responsible digital citizenship. Make it possible to acquire knowledge, attribute it, and apply it. If you are a responsible digital citizen, what will you do? You will make it possible that you adopt some knowledge, adopt some information from that, plan something, attribute it means plan something, and then apply it. For example, if you are learning about marketing or sales, or any you want to spread any social message that you want that everyone should follow that to make a change in our society, in our world, in our community. So what will you do? First, you have to acquire knowledge that what you want to do, that what is the main thing I want. Then you have to plan that what will I do. I will make a blog about that. I will make a vlog about that, or I will just make a web page of information about that. And then you have to do it, apply it. Okay? Not virtually, physically. No, this is called responsible digital citizenship. Not the second is now what is a good citizen. You can see more of the motivational speaking videos on YouTube, motivational quotations. No, that is the thing that you adopt yourself for yourself. Don't just limit it for yourself. Just spread it out so that it can motivate or encourage others to also do that. They don't feel bounded. Uh, you know what I mean? Then there is responsible digital citizenship can reduce discrimination and bring people from different and diverse backgrounds to work together. Now, what does that mean that can reduce discrimination, bring people from different and diverse backgrounds to work together? Now, in a company, when you start a company or you start a program, now in a program, you want a skilled person, firstly, who can maintain that program. You can say the management. The first thing to start anything is to manage all the things. Then you should have a speaker in that. You should have a skilled person who can work on that thing or that particular project. So he, this is not done that fixed that you should be of the same community or you should be of something relationship. No, from different cities, from diverse backgrounds. Some may be from the middle families, some can be from the higher families, some can be really from the poor families, from the village side, but they come and they work together. Digital citizenship can reduce this discrimination and this from people, no matter what their color is, no matter what their status is. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Then, digital citizenship for students has the potential to transform education by making learning more analytical, interactive, and immersive. Now, how has this digital citizenship or IT has helped students? Like now we are doing, we can sit anywhere, but we can learn. We can sit anywhere, but we can search about the whole world. If we are sitting here in one place, we can search and we can know about what's happening outside, what's happening in UK, what's happening abroad, and what's happening in other lower communities, we can take a look, because there are many surveys and many blogs about that, and many information that a student can take from that. Then responsible digital citizenship can harness several elements of digital citizenship to build closer and more connected communities that are more aware of what unites them. Now, in today's digital world, what connects the people? Obviously, the information technology. Information technology doesn't see that he is Muslim or he is from other religion. There are no policies or privacies like that. They build and close, they build a community according to work, according to their workspace, according to their knowledge space, according to their minds, that what they want to do. Now there are bloggers or there are motivational speakers of Indians as well, Pakistanis as well, UK as well. And what's the thing, they are one community, they all are motivational speakers. So it can just build closer and connected many communities that has the same name, same work, but they are from way too far distance. Then there is a life in the information age. What is the life in the information age means? The information age is a period of time which begins towards the end of 20th century. The information age is when information become available easily through the use of technology. Obviously, why it is called information age? Because today the information, getting information is really easy. We can sit anywhere, we can search everything, anything we want. So that is called information age. And how? First is communication. What is life in information age? In communication means the act of sharing information conducted between entities to a potentially unlimited amount of recipients. Okay, is it bounded that we can only share or communicate between, the communication can be held only between two or three people through IT in this information age? Is it compulsory, or it can be compulsory or not? Class asking something. Can IT or can IT bound us to communicate with only two or three people? Can this really happen?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Now there is unlimited amount of recipients, unlimited amount of people. In today's day and age, knowledge of science as well as the creation of new innovative technology, the act of communication has been made so simple that one is be able to practically relay information to any number of people, no matter how far apart they may be situated in the world, in a matter of seconds. What does that mean? If I want to share anything, like I am now conveying this lecture, I don't know from which places you are, where you are, but it's just a matter of seconds that I'm conveying this lecture to you and you are able to understand it. You are able to listen it. That is a major example of communication. If someone is sitting outside and we have to send a document, either it is PDF, either it is Word, either it is in what form, it doesn't matter. It's just a matter of seconds that we can communicate to anyone. We can send anything to anyone. Major contributors to communication in present times include technologies such as mobile phone and several internet services such as instant messages, video conferencing, email, as well as social media. Now, these are all are the communication models that through which we can communicate in just seconds. We can. It doesn't take time unless until there is some technology issue or some internet issue. That are the exceptional issues, but there is no difference today. We can see anyone anytime, but it doesn't matter how far he is or she is. We can talk, we can send anything we want, we can connect to millions of people even we don't know on social media to spread our message. Other methods of communication includes things such as traditional postal services and also verbal communication. And there are postal services also which are traditionally used in some of the situations, and also verbal communications, like you can say in on WhatsApp now there is the the voice note. Before it was sometime before there was just a texting message, but now it is verbal also. So if we don't want to write, if we don't feel comfort to write someone, if we are outside and we don't want that we should see on our screen and type, there maybe the issues are that we spell wrongly. So in today's almost everyone is using this voice note, so they shouldn't be writing. Writing is not a backward thing that people find it difficult to write anything. So they just, what did they do? They do a verbal communication. Even in such technology developed era, people have not yet forgotten how to speak. Now, if people said now, oh, you are now only on the texting, you don't talk to me, or we can't listen you just text us. So this is not the era where just people can only text. Now people prefer voice notes except the text. Most of the people. Then there is entertainment and leisure. Everyone, even the laziest person in our life, needs an entertainment in his or his her life for a relaxation. If someone is a businessman, even and he wants some fresh time to freshen up his mind, we also need entertainment. And what sort of entertainment our information technology provides us? There are many. There are games, there are sounds, music, there are videos, you can say cartoons or some other videos. Good on any topic you want to see the videos which give you relief. On our religions, people are able to view movies on immense screen at 3D perspective, rent unlimited titles from online streaming sites, and also download them or stream unlimited amount of music. Now, before some time, almost I think now it's been a year I'm using Netflix. I wasn't using it. Now, what do? We don't use it regularly, but we pay for it regular basis. We rent them. We don't use it in the regular life in the all regular days, but we pay because at any time or at any day we might be feeling like we should add some entertainment. Now I'm getting bored, now I need to freshen up my mind, so why shouldn't I watch movies? That is the thing. Rent unlimited titles from online streaming, or you have to download, and music from all over the world, including hundreds of different genres and culture. It is also not bounded that only some people can use this music or that music. No, or that video. It is not bounded. Any age, any culture, any genres can use this technology. Video and music is only the tip of the iceberg. Billions of people each day meet their entertainment requirements through other major entertainment contributors, such as the robust video games, along with the vastly popular indoor virtual sports and such as paintballing and laser tag. Now, people also connect through through games also like PUBG and others. I don't know, but PUBG is the main through which people can connect. People make new friends. Then there is crime and crime prevention. Obviously, when anything has a positive effects, it also led to a negative effect. In digital world, now crime has also been increased. Some are making viruses and they spread the virus. They hack, they spy, they do these all things. We all want to be safe in today's world of good and evil. Sadly, superheroes are non-existent, so it is the job of us mere humans to maintain order and keep people safe. Fortunately, technology has become an invaluable ally and helps make the job of enforcing the law as well as persecuting where necessary as much less daunting task. With the help of technology, we are able to fight crime to an effective degree of excellence, using some rather state of art equipment and technologies to achieve order and peace in our societies. The most basic of these forms is CCTV. Now, what is CCTV? It is that if there are the cameras that can prevent, not CCTV is a technology obviously, who captures, who saves the video of anything happening around it or in the vision of the camera. So the crime can easily be seen. Either the crime has been done or not, that can easily be seen. And through vast technologies, they can see many of the major aspects of that crime that can help you solve the problem or that crime. But technology has advanced so much that is near future, it will be possible for law enforcement to determine a full body image of a person using nothing more than a mere sample of hair, DNA. Now, there is a full information of everyone in the security system of our country, that from a simple hair they can find out what the person is, who the person is. It's a very common. However, with advances of technology, crime has also begun to shift. More and more people partake in illegal activities online, be this through the trade of illegal items through online black markets, such as infamous Silk Road, some thing of online black market said, or through illegal downloading. Online, it is the crime has also been increased. They are being captured also, but some the hackers which are professional hackers, if they are doing this, they it becomes bit difficult to hack them or to capture them. But there are softwares or the technologies who can control this crime. But also there are negative people who can overcome these crimes. Also, they can overcome from this hacking process, and they can't be hacked, and they are continuing with their crimes. Working styles. Now, time is money. Everyone knows that. In our information age, people are not ignorant to this fact, and so are always looking for ways to condense long processes into shortcuts. Now, what do you prefer? Today's generation basically mainly prefer that if something is of 1 hour, please try to reduce it to half an hour. Just tell us the basic. Some of the students do this. Just tell us the basic things, and we will be able to understand that. Ma'am, please don't read the whole process. Just tell us the main points so we should understand, and we can write it in our words. Most of the students do that. So the working styles have been changed. Long processes become shorter, essentially making them more efficient in the process. An example is writing essays. Before the influx of great new technology, the public would write out a draft on paper and then annotate, scribble, and make changings on all of the one copy before having to write everything out again as a final piece. In school timing, what you do if you are learning about an essay, you learn essay and you write that essay, and then you find out no, there is a line missing, and then you write it again. You will do again and again, and then you will write a final piece. Now, what has the word done? This technology has done that we can add in it. There's no need to make another word file and write it all over again. So it has saved our time. And furthermore, users are given the ability to back up all the data, so unlike documents are not easily lost. If you change your laptop or you change your mobile, you have the backup system, so you don't need to copy paste all of your data on again and again from any other device or USB. So that is the benefit of digital, the information age, basically. Decision making. Now, decision making, I will make it very short. Now you can decide anything through information age. Firstly, like that's what type of sandwich to have, that what you want. It doesn't mean that only that sandwich, that eating thing, but it means a sandwich like that it's very easy to decide about anything, which music you want, which profession you want, or what to wear. Even most of the girls and boys search on internet that what do I wear, okay, or what are the dresses for this specific function, this specific event. There are all the formals and casuals and informal dresses here, and then you can choose easily. Basically, the decision has been very easy, even if you are picking up your future profession, your future syllabus or courses, which has more scope. These would include such as whether or not certain products should be purchased. Even if you're purchasing something, you will obviously now go to Google and you will watch the review. That is it good or bad? What are the other people who have bought this have to say about that? Should I purchase this thing or not? Should this technology can be purchased? Should this device could be purchased? Or makeup? You can order dresses stuff about anything. If a company should lend out money to some, okay, should be purchased from insurer A or B, or if a company should lend out money to someone. You search about loans, that which bank is good for loan, which there are many parts of the loan that how you can take loan. So you will obviously choose the best way to take a loan in which there are no more hurdles. However, regardless of how important the decision is that requires an answer, in today's information age, there are a number of invaluable resources implemented to make these decisions easier. Be this in the form of comparison site or simply through a review scheme. Every little helps. That I talked about review schemes and from a comparison side. Uh, Almost 2 months ago, I bought a new phone. And what did I do? I was about to take. There were two favorites, and I compared them. There was an option of comparing. I compared the both phones, all of their features, and then I picked one. Now, the comparison side, we can also compare two things, and we can decide easily which thing we want. Now, the last topic is understand current issues in information technology. This means the personal privacy, that your personal information shouldn't be leaked, but it can be leaked, and it is usually leaked when someone hacks your account or someone hacks your system, or there is a spyware virus who can spy on whatever you are doing on your system. Anything you press, any button you are pressing, it will take an image and send it to that person who is spying on your system. It is a major challenge for IT society and organization to maintain the privacy and integrity of data. Accidental disclosure to inappropriate individuals and provisions to protect the accuracy of data also comes in the privacy issues. Now, this is the job of that particular system or that organization, like Facebook organization or Instagram organization or any uh, personal companies, that even a company shouldn't be leak information about any of their employees, or any of the employees should also not leak any sort of information of their company. These are all privacy issues, personal privacy issues. Then there is access right. What does this mean? Access right. Access right is an authorized user. Example is your system, your personal system, or your personal computer, or your personal mobile. If you have made a password to that, to your system or your mobiles, if anyone other wants to get in your system, if he is not getting in, if he enters the wrong password, so he is or she is unauthorized. He don't have access. He don't have right to access that system or that device. So anyone, e-commerce and electronic payment systems evolution on the internet heightened this issue for various corporate organizations and government agencies. Many of the agencies, like I will share my personal experience about MH. Now, MH has the child nursery, and there they use the access card that is only given to their users who can access to that area at any time. They just place the card on the device and the doors open. So they have only right to access there, and only the people they allow. Now these are for obviously for many of the high tech companies, the companies which are well organized and well technology based. So every organization and some government agencies have these technologies. Network on the internet cannot be made secure from unauthorized access. Generally, the instruction detection systems are used to determine whether the user is an intruder or an appropriate user. Like this, You can take an example of internet, in your Instagram, your Facebook, or your Twitter. If you have the password, you are an appropriate user. But if you don't have a password or you forget the password, so there is a proper way, proper process of re-enter to reset your password. But it also needs to access like your email address, your phone number. So there is a whole process of access right. But hackers can do anything. That is a negative thing. Harmful actions. What can be harmful actions? Harmful actions in the computer ethics refer to the damage or negative consequences to the IT, such as the loss of important information, loss of property, loss of ownership, destruction of property, and undesirable substantial impacts. What could be a harmful action for you? Obviously, if you own a house, you will be more protective about the legal papers that this shouldn't be lost. This shouldn't be in any other's hand. If you are a company holder or you are a manager in any of the company, so it's your inner responsibility that you should protect that all information that is connected to your company that shouldn't be leaked. Typically, these action compromises of the intentional destructions or alteration of files and programs, which drives a serious loss of resources. To recover from the harmful actions, extra time and efforts are required to remove the viruses from the computer system. Now, like this, if you are working on some software, someone hacks your system or spy on your system and takes all the information or the documentation of your software and he sells it, he is the owner. So that is a harmful action. So this all of your effort, your mindset, your future, but because of some bias or some hacking issue, that is lost. Means major harmful actions that are done in today's life through digital or IT information age. Now, what is patent? A patent is a right granted to an inventor by the federal government that permits the inventor to exclude others from making, selling, or using inventions for a period of time. The patent system is designed to encourage inventions that are unique and useful to society. Second point is obtaining a patent is very difficult as compared with obtaining a copyright. A thorough disclosure is required with the software. The patent holder has to reveal the full details of program to a proficient programmer for building a program. Now, I will just give you an example. One example I'm giving from the daily life means out of the digital life that you can understand more. And the second example is on the digital. So first, I will tell you about if you're starting any company or you're starting any business, you should have the legal right to start that. You will take permission. You will have a legal papers with you in which there is written that you are legally permitted to start anything that you want. If you're starting a school, if you're starting a college or an academy, you should have these papers. So a legal document or a legal permission is really important. A patent is a right that is given to you. And the second thing, if you have made a software and you want that software to work and to known by your name. So what will you do? You will make that software. You will go to a software developing authorization where you can authorize that particular software or an application by your name. You should have to enter that the record, and that gives you the permission to call it your software. So that is the permission to own something. Patent is that any sort of permission given to you by the government uh, by a legal procedure that you should own that thing in future also. Copyright, you all know what is the copyright issues. That's making the copies of legal things or original things. Copyright law work as a very powerful legal tool in protecting computer software, both before a security breach and surely after a security breach. This type of breach could be the mishandling and misuse of data, computer programs, documentation, and similar material. Now, how any documentation and computer program can be misused or copyrighted? If now, if there is one problem If we search that one problem on internet, there will be many people and many websites who can tell you the solutions. And many solutions can be same. The words can be different, but the solution main point is the same. Now that is not in the copyright because everyone writes anything in their own language, in their own style. But what if I copy some data from any other website and I make my website and I just paste as it is? And now I will submit it to a website that I want that website to be called by my name. What the law will do, the copyright law, it will check is it copyrighted or not, it is original or not, and they will find out in a seconds that it is copyrighted. There I will be caught. Same, this all happens in the blogging. I have started before blogging. It's been 2 or 3 years. I had started, but now I haven't continued blogging. And that thing there, I understand that we can't just copy paste anything. We have to change something in that, even if we mean that, but we have to write in or convey in our own language, our own style. Like we talk with anyone and we want to convince them. That is our own nature, how we convince others. We can't adapt any other's nature. So that is mean the copyright that we can't be mishandle or misuse any data or any program. That copyright issue that if there is an original website of any movies or any song, we record that and we make it on our website, that is copyright issue. We shouldn't be doing that. That is illegal. So copyright law works as a very powerful legal tool in protecting computer software. We can't copy any software, we can't copy any application and use it by our name because it is registered, and we will be caught in a second that we have copied that. That is copyright. Now, what is trade secrets? Trade secret is also a significant ethical issue in information technology. A trade secret secures something of value and usefulness. This law protects the private aspects of ideas which is known only to the discoverer of his competence. One disclosed trade secret is lost as such and is only protected by the law of trade secrets. Now, trade secret is like Einstein's rules. He discovered something and that becomes a law. And it doesn't becomes a law right away when he discovered something. No, discovered something, he shares it, he locked that idea, and that he worked. Then he worked on it to prove it. That is a trade secrets that should be protected, that should be secreted, that no one can other do that. First, he have um, protected his idea. That is my idea, and let me prove it later. But this is my idea, and I am working on that. And if someone else wants to work on that idea, he needs a legal information from obviously that first person who has given that idea, and then from the company. If the owner has given the authority to change it or to work on my idea, then it is in the law premises. But if he do it without any permission, then that is out of the law. So this law protects the private aspects of idea. First, you have to save your idea. If you are doing something, you will discuss it with someone. Like I will give you an example from a journal. If you are students of a university and your teacher tells you the list of projects. Now, no one's project could be same. Everyone project should be different. So if you just thoroughly go through that list and you pick one project, what will you do next? You will straight away go to your teacher or the head and you will tell them, ma'am, this is my project, or sir, this is my project. So if the second student comes with that name, the teacher will not allow them to take that project because that is already taken. No, trade secrets is an example of that. Do you understand? Any confusion of trade secrets?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then there is liability. One should be aware of the liability issues in making ethical decision. What is liability? Liability is responsibility, and someone should liable on you, someone should put a trust on you that you will do good, you will do whatever they want, you will produce the result or achieve the goal that they want. Liability means that one should be aware of the liability issues in making ethical decisions. Software developer made promises and assertions to the user about the nature and quality of the product that can be restricted as an express warranty. Programmers or retailers possess the legend to determine the express warranties. Thus, they have to be practical when they define any claims and predictions about the capacities, quality, and nature of their software or hardware. Every word they say about their product may be as legally valid as stated in written. All agreements should be in writing to protect against liability. Disclaimer of express warranties can be a supplier from being held responsible of informal, speculative statements of forecasting made during the agreement stages. If I talk about any regular work, you go and service your car. You want your car to be clean, to be repainted. The seats cover should be changed. The car should be polished. These are your four major demands. Now, what should the worker do? Worker should be fulfilling these all four of your requirements. That makes him liable. That's his work liability. That he is fulfilling his customers' all demands. Same as if we want to make an application and we hire a programmer and we tell him that my application should be doing this thing as well as saving all of our work and can access to our personal information also. So that is the duty of the programmer, that he should fulfill his all requirements. Every word that they say about their product may be legally and valid as stated in written. There is no such rule that we should always, if we are stating something to anyone or our customer or our from which we are getting our work done, we should write them and we should sign them legally that you should have to do these work. No, if we are owning to someone, if we owe someone to someone, we should be kept in mind that what he wants, and his every word and instruction should be stated as it is legally valid, because we are getting paid for that. So we should be reliable to our work, we should be honest to our work, that we should meet the demands of our customer goals. Then there is piracy. Piracy is an activity in which the creation of illegal copies of the software is made. It is entirely up to the owner of the software as to whether or not users can make backup copies of the software. Now, there are many terms and softwares who can protect your software or your legal information to be protected. So, no one can make the backup copies of their software. But that hackers can do, that is piracy. As laws made for copyright protection are evolving, also legislation that would stop unauthorized duplication of software is in consideration. Now, companies or the technologies is working very hardly on that and very focused on that, that no one should do a copyright issue. Where the head of that software or that website notice that someone, something, or some of the words or some of the sayings or some software is being copyrighted, they take a legal action. They hack his account or they suspend their account. So these are some of the things that technology do. The software industry is prepared to do encounter against software piracy. The courts are dealing with increasing number of actions concerning the protection of software. Now, some of the cases are taken to courts as well when there is mean of serious issues of piracy, like if someone has pirated someone's papers or legal documents, and by either by hacking or by any process, or they make by their name. So the one should have that one legal and protected document that he can complain and he can own his software back. He should have something. If you are making any software, any of your ideas, you should have documented, or you should have the screenshots and anything you have done on that particular task, that you can prove to others that I have worked on that. That is my thing, and that has been pirated. Only this is the way you can protect your documents and protect your softwares. Piracy is the major issue that is going on in a society. Now, here our topic ends. Hope you are now understandable about all of the points, these 3 points: the importance of digital citizenship, impacts of individual of living in information age, and the current issues in society relating to your personal data. Is there any confusion? If there is any confusion, ask right away. I'm waiting.
No, ma'am, no confusion.
Okay, Rohit also has no confusion, but I haven't listened from it. Umar, Mujahid, and Abdullah.
I want to say something about like all you explained. Like yesterday, also my friend he was saying about the hacking or something. So as we see every day, we having because of the IT society. So we live in IT society actually. So our all what do you say activities, everything we are in the IT society, digital marketing, digital. It's a digital life actually.
What is your question? I'm not getting it. If you're not able to state it properly, you can write it in the chat, and so I could explain. I'm not getting it. What you want to ask? You are telling, or you are asking something. I'm not getting that.
I'm sharing with you, ma'am. Yesterday also,
Yes, yes. Okay.
my friends about said about the hacking that
Yes.
every day someone is trying to hack his email because
Yes, this
uh,
this is the regular on the regular basis. These complaints are on regular basis. Even the phones are being hacked. From there are my friend got his her phone got hacked, and she said there was some message about the Benazir organization, and I just replied on that, and my phone got hacked. From because of that, she had to change her phone, her number, and now she can't activate her SIM by her name because his ID card and all the information has been hacked. There are many issues now. Hackers can't. It is so difficult to hack, to encounter the hackers. That is so difficult. Even basically, especially for the local person, from a middle class family person, that is so difficult to encounter that hacker.
yes,
So
ma'am. So if we know about the IT, so like if we understand the IT, like my friend, he knows whenever the hacker do something, he try to hack his password. So he knows. So every single time he changes his password.
that's really good. We should know about IT that much that we can protect our devices from hacking. That is really important.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so everything else is confirmed and clear to you. There's nothing you can ask.